Hi everybody, I'm Marty Craftsman. I got a few emails. Of course, I get very few emails, but the one I did get was asking some questions about the ZX45, the spindle. How do you lock it to release the what do you call this long screw, the drawbar, for changing tools. And I have a spline wrench that I have made, but it works pretty good, but I've never used it for anything. The only reason that I have one is because I wanted a project to use my broach set. I ordered a broach set for making keyways, and when I got it, I did not need any keyways cut, but I wanted to try it out. So a spline wrench is nothing but a bunch of keyways cut into a circle. So I cut out a circle out of a piece of steel. I think this is 1/4 inch bar stock, and welded it onto the wrench. Well, before I welded it, I actually cut broached the cutouts here and made a wrench to go over my spindle. But I never really needed it, and I didn't need it now, but I thought it might come in handy sometime if for some reason I just had to lock it down, maybe for to trim this thing or to set it up, and I didn't want the spindle to move, that maybe somehow. But even if I put it on there, I still don't really have a good way of locking it down to keep it from turning. I guess I could just spin it around till it touched the motor and it would be locked in, but that would probably be about it. But the normal way that I do this, and probably it's the best way, is I like these little ratchet wrenches. This one here is dedicated for this machine. This 5/8. This may be metric, I don't know, but it seems to fit perfect. But if the machine is in any gear other than both of them being low, you will see that you can move it pretty good. But if you will shift it down into low, and now you can actually loosen the drawbar real easy. Just couple around like that. You can spin it with your fingers. And I use a very simple Harbor Freight, $4 or $5 for a little hammer, plastic tips, and you can knock it loose just like that, and then you can undo the thing with your fingers and it will come right out. No big deal. Now I'm going to tighten this one back. No, I'm going to take it out because I'm going to do a project here that I'm working on. This was one of my early first projects. It was my 2-post for my lathe. I think most of these Japanese lathes, Chinese lathes, come with these 4-way 2-posts. But I had ordered a quick change 2-post before I even received the lathe, because you always read all these articles, and you read the comments on the YouTubes, and it tells you that you need the quick change 2-post. So while I was waiting to receive my lathe, I ordered a quick change 2-post, and I made a video about how I was going to go about changing the quick change 2-post, because unlike some of the other lathes that have a slot in the compound, a T slot, I guess it is, mine did not have one, and a lot of them were like that. So you have to modify the quick change 2-post to make it work. Well, I was talking to somebody. Well, I wasn't talking. I was commenting to somebody that had found a way of changing over the quick change 2 post. If it was the CRS disease, can't remember, you know what. The type with the little button that pushes out, and mine was not that type. Yeah, he simply bored out the bottom, and I can't remember all the details right now, but it would work on mine because you can't bore out the bottom with the taper ones, because they got a little I guess I should have took notes. If I'm going to make a video, I guess I need to have all my words. The wedge type, you can't bore out the bottom because the wedge type has the screw inside, the worm screw, and it will not be anchored at the bottom, and it's not going to engage. So it's not going to work. But I did it by making the center screw bolt to the middle. I bored it out and tapped it so that it will go over the smaller screw, and you can tighten it down, and then the quick change 2 post will go over it. I got a video somewhere on my YouTube where I showed why I did it. So that was one of my early videos that I had made, and now I want to try to take a giant step backwards. I'm going to take the 4 square 2 post. These things are really pretty good. I liked it back then. Well, I tried to modify my quick change so that I could go back to it if I wanted to, because I really liked it back then. The only drawback was not being able to adjust the cutting tool. You had to put some kind of a shim under the bottom, which is not a biggie really. If you use the same size cutting tool all the time, you can put the same size shim. And that's what I was doing. Most of my cutting tools was, you know, sets of Chinese welded carbide onto these things, and those things work really good and they last a long time. But if you use the same size, you can just always use the same shim and they fit. Well, of course, I got now cutting tools of all different sizes and different shapes, and so I was thinking about it, and I'm going to adapt this one similar to where I can use 2 posts and make it adjustable. So now this is what this project is. This is an adjustable 2 post, 4 square, okay? And I'm going to set it up here in the lathe and show you what I'm going to do.